I had an uncle when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and he sent me a gift. It was an open reel tape recorder. And my uncle was working in Africa. So he had taken this open reel recorder and sent me a letter on tape. So as I pulled out the tape, I put it in the reel-to-reel tape recorder and hit play, I closed my eyes and I thought, what would it be like to be in Africa?
I have been in the Middle East before. I lived in Jordan, and this was another opportunity to live in another Arabian country. It was just right for us.
It was a place to work, to make good money, to not spend a lot. The only thing you could basically do is watch TV or go eat somewhere.
Working in a girls' school, I met a lot of teachers. They were open, especially the students were open with me. They would tell me their problem, or the problem with their religion, or the problem with their country.
It was a bit of culture shock, quite a bit of pushback on freedoms I knew as an American, freedom of speech.
It's a place where those that are from other countries that are Muslim would come for their pilgrimage.
It was a country of separation. You couldn't be caught in public with a female that was not your relative. Women were allowed to eat in a separate part of the restaurant. Single did not mean single women, it meant single men, and that women of all statuses had to go in the family entrance. My point is, there was no freedom of religion, no freedom of worship. You could not find a church. Even though there wasn't freedom, we found ways to exercise that freedom. Many of the foreigners that lived there that wanted to pray, wanted to study, they couldn't get the materials. So we started bringing extra Bibles and Christian literature in our suitcases. Every time you go to the airport, they open the suitcases and they're looking for contraband. That would be drugs, that would be pornography, and that would be videotapes, Christian literature, or religious books other than the Quran.
We flew in as usual, went through customs, didn't think anything about what we had.
We had our usual collection of some Bibles and some Christian teaching on videotape.
They looked through our suitcases and they told us to come to the back or to that room. We just knew there was something up.
In the line of questioning, they wanted to know what was on the tapes, and I offered to show them how to play the tapes and how to operate the camcorder, you know, rewind, play. And I hit play, and it was real loud, and the guy was, you know, talking about the Bible, and I turned the volume down, and I gave it to him, and he started picking up tapes and putting them in there, and he was open to have a discussion, and he said, look, this is my country, I love my country, I don't want anything bad coming into my country. Can you guarantee to me that these tapes, this material, has nothing bad on it? And I thought, wow, what am I going to say? It might be offended if I was bringing Christian teaching material. And in a split second, it was all at the last moment, I just said, you know, if you knew what was on these tapes, you'd be so excited. That could be taken two ways. He could be excited in an angry way, or he'd be glad that this was material that was urging people to live a moral life, to not be a stumbling block, to be a temptation to other people, to be modest in this and that. And so when I told him that, he smiled. He said, welcome. Welcome to my country. You can take all of the material with you and have a great visit to our kingdom.
And we were relieved when he said that, because who knows what would have happened to us.
There's a reason for everything.
I believe that with the changes in time and with the heads of states and the ones that are in power now, they're seeing that there is room for change. There's a younger generation. Not everyone is tolerant of what has happened in the past. And so with that, they have to make changes, or else there will be rebellion against the religion. So they have made a step towards seeing things as they are and should be for the younger generation.
I think an inquiring mind should be able to study the religions of the world. And if someone's not really satisfied with their religious faith, I think they should be encouraged to study, to explore, but most importantly, to pray to God. And I believe there is a God, He's real, that He hears our prayers. And so I encourage others to do so. I believe it's that relationship that anyone can develop with God that will lead them and guide them. And they should have access to the Bible. They should have access to literature to be able to investigate. Hopefully, going forward, learn not to say things that escalate the situation in the public square, so that you can maintain your health, your freedom, your life. Yes, that doesn't mean don't speak up, but you have to find the right time, the right place, and how to say it.